Welcome to the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We have the Chicago White Sox at the Detroit Tigers. August 2, 1969, second of a three-game series. Chicago took the first game 3-2 Edmondson with a win over McLean. Today it's Peters and Lolich, two southpaws. We'll have our starting lineups, even though they're both quite visible, in just a couple minutes. Let's go ahead with our starting lineups. The White Sox come into this 30.5 games behind the first place Minnesota Twins. They were in fourth place, but KC and Seattle are sneaking up on them. Walt Williams leads off. He's a right-handed hitter, right field. Louis Aparicio bats second at shortstop. Buddy Bradford in center field batting third. Gale Hopkins, a left-handed hitter, going against Lolich, a lefty. He's at first base. Kathy Harden has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, Kathy Harden has arrived. We wish you a good morning. Bill Melton at third base, batting fifth. Bobby Knopp in left field, batting sixth. Bob Christian in left field, batting seventh. Don Pavlitic, the catcher. And pitching, Gary Peters, a left-handed pitcher. For the Tigers, and Kathy Harden wants the Tigers. I do too, because I'd like to see KC and Seattle move up on Chicago just for the fun of it. Nicky Stanley leading off in center. Tom Tresh at short. Al Kaline in right field. Willie Horton in left. Batting fifth, Stormin' Norman Cash at first. Jim Price, the catcher. Don Wirt batting seventh at third base. Tommy Matchik batting eighth at second base. And the pitcher, Mickey Lolich. There we go. Mickey Lolich batting ninth. She's got the Tigers there. Little emoji. I've already gone through coffee this morning. First pot is on its last breaths. We're waiting for the 8 a.m. tweet. Nice crowd out here at Tiger Stadium. Again, this is the second of a three-game series. White Sox took the first one 3-2, if you recall. Edmondson with the win for the White Sox, and McLean lost. We have an evening game, if you want a twilight evening game. Starts at 5 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. That will be Cleveland Indians with Stan Williams at Kansas City. That starter is to be announced. And that's because they have a starting pitcher who is not on the roster, a relatively rare event for Strat-O-Matic. Oh, is that today? Mets have been having some, she's talking real world. Mets have been having some real issues. Yeah, there it is. They'll host the Marlins. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Miami Marlins. Yankees at Baltimore, 3 p.m. start. And the Dodgers are at Arizona, 9:40 p.m. start. That's a little better for me. It was too late last night for me to catch any of that. Just about a minute. We expect the Tigers to take the field here at Tiger Stadium. And the tweet is up. And that tweet is good. So thank you, everybody. We're ready. The Tigers take the field. Lolich on the mound. Catching him is Jim Price. In the infield, it's Cash at first, Matic at second, Word at third, Tresh at short. In the outfield, left to right, Horton, Stanley, and K-line. And leading it off for the Chicago White Sox, Walt Williams. Two southpaws in this game. Lolich is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Williams. 1-8, and he singles up the middle to start it off. A single off Lolich. Williams on first. Here's Louis Aparicio. Williams with a short lead off first. Lolich from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Aparicio. 3-8, and he walked him. So it's first and second, nobody out. Here in the top of the first, and Buddy Bradford is the batter. Lolich quickly in a bit of trouble here in the top of the first. Pitch to Bradford. 6-6, struck him out. So it's one down. Now Gale Hopkins. Left-handed hitter, so lefty-lefty here. Three-six, grounds it to second. That's a double play. Nice turnover by Matic. No runs, one hit, a walk, and one left. After a half, it's White Sox nothing. Tigers coming to bat. Gary Peters, the left-hander for the White Sox, on the mound. Harden for the Tigers. Okay, Peters is ready now. Here's the pitch to Stanley. 4-8. Base hit up the middle for Mickey Stanley. Now Tom Tresh, switch hitter, batting right against Peters. Mark Shooker has arrived. We wish you a good morning, sir. Best to you in the morning. Here's the pitch to Tresh. 5-7. Struck him out. Swinging strikeout by Tresh. It's one down. for Al Kaline. Peters. 5-3. Fly ball left field. Going back Christian. He's a 4. 16-4. And he can't get it. It drops in for a single and he bobbles it. Stanley goes to third on that. It's scored a single and an error by Bob Christian. Second and third, one down for Willie Horton. So Peters in trouble here in the first. Here's the pitch to Horton. 6-6. Fly ball right. This will be deep enough for Stanley to tag. 2 outs. I think that's unearned, but Mr. Perota is not here. He went to third on the error. So we will score it as unearned, and we'll wait for Mr. Perota if he's here. Kaline holds at second. It's 1-0 Tigers, 2 outs, and Norm Cash. And the pitch. 4-7, he walked him. Peters walks Cash with 2 outs. First and second. And Jim Price. You're visiting Detroit, sir. Even if you want Chicago, you're still in Detroit, Mark Schucker. This game is in Detroit. First and second, 2 outs, and the pitch to Price. 1-6, and he grounds it to second, and that retires the side. But 1 run, it was unearned as far as we can tell. On 2 hits, a walk, and 2 left. After 1, it's 1-0. Mr. Perota confirms it was unearned, and you're a good teacher. I figured he only went to third because of the error, and therefore that was an unearned run. Thank you, sir. An unearned run for Lolich. Mr. Terranova has arrived. Getting some of our favorites here. Schucker, Perota, and Terranova. Of course, we always have Kathy Horton. We understand if she can't make a game. Lolich on the mound. He'll face Melton here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch from Lolich. 4-5. He struck him out. That's the second for Lolich. Now Bobby Knopp. And the pitch. 2-6. Grounds it to short, 2 away. For Bob Christian. 5-7. Grounds it to second X. That's for Matic. He's a 3. 12-3. He throws him out. And it's a 1-2-3 for Lolich in the top of the second. We move to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 Tigers. Here comes Peters. It'll be Wirt, Matic, and Lolich. Don Wirt leads it off. You make your coffee, Mr. Turnover. I'll make my coffee. I'm on my last cup here. Okay? And yes, we'll need more coffee. Here's Peters. The pitch to Wirt. 6-6. He flies it to right. That's a can of corn for Walt Williams, 1 down. Now Tommy Matic. My father used to always tell me Red Barber used to call it a can of corn, a routine easy fly ball. He also said keep your eye on the outfielder if you want to know if where a ball is going. That's usually the case. Matic at the plate, 1 out, nobody on. 6-5, and he grounds it to short. That's going to be for Aparicio. 6-5. That's a 9-2, and he boots it. Oh, Louis Aparicio with a 1-base error. Second error for the White Sox today. Matic on first with 1 out. And here comes Lolich. Switch hitter, batting right. Cider and smokes. Okay. Here's the pitch from Peters. You do whatever you like to do. Whatever your drug of choice is. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Peters. It's 2 down with Matic on first. And Mickey Stanley singled and scored the unearned run in the first. Beautiful morning for a ball game. Peters from the stretch. 1-7. He grounds it to second, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, no hits, an error. 1 left, 1-0. Detroit after 2. Here comes Lolich now. Pavlitic leads it off. Peters on deck. Then we go back to the top of the order with Williams. Top of the third. White Sox down by 1. Here's Lolich, the windup. Pitch to Pavlitic, 4-3, and he grounds it to third. That's 1 away. Now Gary Peters, the pitcher. He's a pretty good hitting pitcher. 6NL, I'm sorry. Woo. And the pitch to Peters. That's 5-7. Grounds it to second X. That's Matic a 3. 17-3. That's a reroll. 8-3. And he throws him out. 2 down in the top of the third. And Walt Williams singled left on base in the first. Lolich winds and the pitch to Williams. 2-8. Fly ball center. That's a can of corn. Stanley makes the catch. 1-2-3 for Lolich. We head to the bottom of the third. Still 1-0 Tigers. And here comes Peters to pitch the bottom of the third. Leading it off is Tom Tresh, switch hitter, batting right against Peters. Here's the pitch to Tresh. 1-8, and he walked him. Second walk given up by Peters. Tresh on first to lead it off, and K-line singled and reached second on the error by Bob Christian. Okay, Mr. Schricker, you get stocked up on what you need. Here's Al K-line now. Peters working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to K-line. 6-11, and that is a line out to short, caught by Aparicio. 1 down. Now Willie Horton. And the pitch to Horton. That's 3-7, and he walked him. Second walk this inning, third in the game. First and second, 1 out for Norman Cash. Norman, left-handed hitter, he walked in the first. .610, he struck him out. That's the third strikeout by Peters. 2 down, for Jim Price, and I'll be making coffee right after this half inning. That's 2-6, and he pops it up to second. And Knopf makes the catch. The side is retired. 2 are left on, 2 walks. And after 3, it's 1-0, Detroit still. We got a makings of a pretty good ball game here. Again, Lolich on the mound. I'm going to make some coffee if you don't mind. Oh, excuse me. The coffee is brewing. Lolich on the mound. He'll face the White Sox. Top of the 4th. It's Aparicio leading it off. He walked in the 1st. Here's Lolich. And the pitch, that's a 1-5. He walked him again. So Louis Aparicio tying run on 1st. He's a 1-14 to steal. Being held. Here's Buddy Bradford. And the pitch to Bradford. That's 5-4. Catcher X. That's Price of 3. It's a wild pitch. Aparicio goes to second on the wild pitch. Wild pitch by Lolich. Bradford then fouls out, which is peculiar, you know what I mean? That they do it that way. So it's 1 out, Aparicio in scoring position. Here comes Gale Hopkins. Lefty here. Lolich from the stretch. And the pitch to Hopkins. 6-3, grounds it back to Lolich. He's a 3. 9-3. And he throws him out. Aparicio holds. Nice play by Lolich. 2 away for Bill Melton. And the pitch, 3-7. And that is a base hit. Aparicio rounding third comes home. It's a tie ball game. A 2-out single by Melton ties the ball game. It's 1-1 now. And Bobby Knopp is the batter. 2 outs, Melton on first. Here's the pitch to Knopp. That's 4-2. Walked him. Second walk this inning. Third in the ball game for Lolich. First and second, 2 down for Bob Christian. He grounded to second in the second. Here's the pitch. 2-11. Grounds it to third. Wirt has it. Throws to Cash at first, and the side is retired, but there was 1 run on a single walk, a wild pitch, 2 walks, and 2 left on. 1-1 now in the middle of the 4th, and that coffee is brewing. I can smell it. Gary Peters will face Don Wirt to start it off in the bottom of the 4th. We're at Tiger Stadium. SBN, Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We're doing the 69 replay. August 2, 1969 is this game. Here's the first game, second of a 3 game. Here's the pitch from Peters to Wirt. Harden calling for the Tigers, 3-10, and that is a base hit by Wirt to lead it off. Single up the middle. Bringing up Strat-O-Matic. Lolich on deck. And here's the pitch to Matic. That's 6-12, and that is a line out to second for the out. Now Mickey Lolich. Struck out in the second. Batting right-handed, switch hitter. 5-7. Struck him out. That's number 4 for Peters. 2 outs for Mickey Stanley with Wirt on first. Stanley 1 for 2, singled and scored that unearned run, the only run for the Tigers thus far. Here's the pitch to Stanley. 5-8, and he walked him. First and second. Fourth walk given up by Peters today. First and second, 2 down for Tom Tresh. Clutch situation, switch hitter batting right. Four, grounds it to third. There's Melton, he's a 3, 19-3. Oh, and he boots it. It's a 2-base error by Melton. My Lord, 3rd error for the Tigers today. Wirt scores, it's unearned, Mr. Perota. Unearned run. Actually, this unearned run, that's not, this goes here. 3rd error for the Tigers. It's 2-1 now. 2nd and 3rd. And Al Kaline. That coffee is almost ready. Kaline 1 for 2. Here's the pitch, 6-6. Fly ball right field. And Williams makes the catch. The side is retired. But another run for the Tigers. They lead it 2-1 now. 1 hit, a single, a walk, and the 2-base error by Tresh. 2 left on after 4-2-1 Tigers. Both runs unearned for the Tigers. There's a weird kind of thing going on here on my YouTube. Keeps. You may have to refresh it, some of you. That coffee is almost ready. Pavlitic is due up. Then it'll be Peters and then top of the order Williams. It's a 2-1 ball game here. Okay, here's Don Pavlitic. He grounded to third. Here's the pitch from Lolich. 5-5, struck him out. Third strikeout for Mickey. Now Gary Peters. That's left-handed against Lolich, the southpaw. Pitch to Peters, 1-9, walked him. That's the fourth for Lolich. And now Walt Williams is the batter. Williams 1 for 2. That coffee is ready. That coffee is freaking ready. Oh! Ow! Peters on first, 1 down, top of the 5th. White Sox trail 2-1. Lolich, the pitch to Williams. 4-7, and he struck him out. That's the 4th for Lolich this morning. And now Luis Aparicio walked twice. He scored the only run for the Chi Sox in the 4th. It's 2 outs. Peters on first. Top of the 5th. Here's the pitch to Aparicio. 5-8. Fly ball right. There's K-line, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 left. Middle of the 5th, 2-1 Tigers. And Gary Peters now to start his 5th inning. He's allowed 2 unearned runs, if I may put it that way. Willie Horton leads it off. Sacrifice fly and a walk. Peters into his windup, and the pitch to Horton. That's 6-8, and he flies it to center. Bradford under it, 1 away. Here comes Cash. Cash walked and struck out. Wonder what surprises we'll hear today in the news. I don't want to get political or anything like that. It's just every day gets crazier and crazier. Cash left-handed hitter. Peters. 3-6. He grounds to second, 2 away. For Jim Price. Norman. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch to Price. That's 5-4, and that's a fly ball to center. Bradford makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Peters. And after 5, it's still 2-1 Tigers over the Chi Sox. We hope you're enjoying this ball game. Brought to you by SBN, the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We got a game at 5 p.m. Eastern U.S. time today. Check our landing page for details. Hope you'll be able to join us then. If not, you can always watch it on demand. Here's Buddy Bradford to lead it off, 0 for 2. Lolich is ready. Here's the pitch. 6-4, grounds to third. That's for Wirt, or 2. 8-2, throws him out. 1 away in the top of the 6th here for Chicago. So much excitement in Chicago for the National League Cubs. There's only 6.5 out now. Attendance has been down here for the White Sox. Gail Hopkins is the batter. Lefty, 0 for 2. Pitch from Lolich. Oh, my Lord, Kathy Harden, you're right about that. 112, grounds it to short, 2 away. I mean, the stuff that went on in Tennessee yesterday is just pure madness. 2 outs, and Bill Melton. Two outs, nobody on, top of the 6th. White Sox trail by 1. Here's the pitch to Melton, 5-9, and he grounds it to short. That's for Tresh, a 3. And he throws him out. It's a 1-2-3 for Lolich. And in the middle of the 6th, it's still 2-1 ball game, and I think it's a pretty good ball game at that. And Peters, endurance in the 7th. It'll be Wirt, Matic, and Lolich, bottom of the 6th. Peters winds, and the pitch to Wirt. 2-5, grounds it back to Peters, throws it over to Hopkins. It's 1 away. Now Tommy Matic, 0 for 2, reached on the error by Aparicio, was left on. .48, fly ball left. Well, I'm so sorry, Bob Christian, 2 outs. For Mickey Lolich, 2 outs, nobody on. 2-8, struck him out. And it's another 1-2-3 for Peters. Both pitchers have settled down here in the middle innings, last couple innings. After 6, it's still 2-1. Bobby Knopp to lead it off in the top of the 7th. The hell? Very nice game, Kathy Harden. Here's Lolich now. 3-7. And he walked him. That's the 5th walk given up by Lolich today. And here comes Christian. Knopp on first, nobody out. And the pitch to Christian. 3-10, he grounds it to second, and Knopp will go to second on that. 1 out. Don Pavlitic with Knopp in scoring position. He's the tying run. Peters on deck. And the pitch to Pavlitic. 2-9. And that's hit deep by Don Pavlitic way back. And oh, it's what a catch by Mickey Stanley. It does bounce off the wall. Oh, my Lord. And Knopp comes in with a tying run. Oh, my. That almost left the ballpark. We'll watch that again. A double by Pavlitic brings home Christian with the tying run. Let's look at that again. 2-9. Home run 1-18. It was a 19, people. You can see it with your own eyes. That moved. The dice moved here. So it's a 2-2 ball game. And here comes Gary Peters with Pavlitic on second, one down. Yes, Peters is hitting. Williams on deck. Lolich trying to bear down here. And the pitch, 4-7. Struck him out. That's number 5 for Mickey Lolich. And Walt Williams with Pavlitic in scoring position. Boy, that ball hit just the top of the fence and bounced in front of Stanley, who is a superb fielder. It's 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Williams. 1-7. Base hit! Pavlitic scores. A 2-out single by Walt Williams brings home Pavlitic. And the White Sox lead it 3-2. Wow. Let's not forget that the White Sox won the first game of this 3-game series, 3-2 on Edmondson's great performance. Williams on first now, 2 outs. Lolich trying to get out of this. There's action in the Tiger bullpen. Hiller is not warming, I'm sorry. He pitched last. Here's the pitch to Aparicio. And that's 5-9. Grounds it to short for Tresh. He's a 3. And he throws him out, and the side is retired. But there were 2 runs for the White Sox on 2 hits, a walk, and 1 left. First the double by Pavlitic, bringing home Christian, and then Williams bringing home Pavlitic with a base hit. It's 3-2 White Sox, and Peters now the winner of record. He'll face the top of this Tiger order after I take a 3 to 5 minute break, people. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I hope you're all enjoying the ball game. I will be right back. And we'll see if the Tigers can come back. Trailing by 1 now with the top of the order against Peters. Wood is warming in the White Sox bullpen. And I believe it's Timmerman. Yes, Timmerman, the right-hander for the Tigers. So, and Wood has been very erratic. Very erratic. Wilbur, but they're going to go with him again. I'll be back in 3 to 5, people. Okay, the crowd is energized for the top of the order here in the bottom of the 7th. Peters has gone all the way. Lolich has gone all the way. It's 3-2 White Sox. Coffee. Peters has retired 7 in order. Peters is ready. I am ready. That's good coffee. Here's Peters, wind up, and the pitch to Stanley. 3-7, and that is a line out to second, caught by Knopp. Nice catch by Bobby Knopp, 1 down. And here comes Tom Tresh. He's 0 for 2. Struck out, walked, reached on an error. A 2-base error by Melton. Peters, 8 in a row. And the pitch to Tresh, 3-2. Pops it up to first, and Hopkins makes the catch, 2 away. And here's Al Kaline, 1 for 3. Peters into his windup. The pitch to Kaline. That's 6-7. Grounder to second for Knopp. He's a 2. 4-2, and he's out. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Peters, 10 in a row. It's 3-2 White Sox after 7. Leading it off for the White Sox is Buddy Bradford. Buddy is 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch from Lolich. 5-11. Fly ball left field. Horton trying to get to that. It's going to be a re-roll. He's a 3-2-3. It goes in. It's a double for Bradford to lead it off. Timmerman is ready. Lolich vulnerable to fatigue. Hopkins at the plate, and the pitch to Hopkins. 1-12, he grounds it to short, 1 down. Bradford holds. Now Bill Melton, 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. 2-6, struck him out. That's number 6 for Mickey Lolich. And Bobby Knopp. 2 outs, Bradford in scoring position. And the pitch to Knopp. That's 6-3. He grounds it back to Lolich. He's a 3. 5-3. Throws him out. Side retired. No runs, 1 hit. The leadoff double by Bradford. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers have another chance, trailing by 1. Peters, 10 retired in order. And Willie Horton is the batter. He's 0 for 1, sacrifice fly, and a walk. Big Willie Horton. "20 home runs this year for Horton." Here's Peters now, the windup and the pitch. 3-3, and he pops it up to short. Aparicio makes the catch, 1 down. Now storming Norman. Norman has 21 home runs. Overachieving. Lefty now. Peters winds, and the pitch to Cash. 5-11, and it's a base hit up the middle for Norman. A 5-11 single. Thrown in by Bradford. Tying run at first for the Tigers. Here's Jim Price. Price 0 for 3. Peters throws. 5-8, and he walked him. Wilbur Wood is ready. Peters 1 hit or walk away from fatigue. First and second, 1 out. And Don Wirt. Peters trying to settle down here in the bottom of the 8th. Peters is ready. Here's the pitch to Wirt. 5-8. Walked him. That loads the bases with Tigers. A 5-8 walk, and that's it for Peters. Peters knocked out here. The winner of record thus far. And Wilbur Wood, who, if you've been following us, has been erratic. He pitched 7 1/3, Peters did. He allowed 4 hits, pitched good baseball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walks. 5 strikeouts, and he's allowed no earned runs yet, but these are all earned. Here's Wood now, finishing up his warm-ups, and it will be Strat-O-Matic to lead it off. Wood is a left-handed hitter. Pitcher. Matic, lefty. They let him hit. Bases loaded, 1 out, infield back. Wood is ready. Here's the pitch to Matic. 3-7, and that is a beautiful catch by Bobby Knopp. Oh my, was that a nice catch to save a run, maybe 2. 3-7, 1 run he probably saved. Diving catch by Knopp, 2 down. There's going to be a hitter for Lolich here. Lolich pitched 8. He allowed 5 hits. He walked 5, struck out 6, and allowed 3 earned runs. And Timmerman will pitch the top of the 9th for the Tigers. Lolich can lose it, and he can win it. He can don't think he can get a no decision. Let's see who's coming in to hit here against Wood, the left-hander. Freehand is injured. It's Ike Brown. Ike Brown, a right-handed hitter coming in. Ike Brown with 2 outs and the bases loaded. And here we go. Wood with 2 outs. Bases loaded. 3-2 White Sox. Pitch to Brown. That's 2-7 and hits a single to left for Ike. Cash comes home. Let's see if Price will. I doubt it, but maybe with 2 outs he will. 2-7. Base hit to left for Ike Brown. How frickin' clutch is that? Rounding third, Price with the go-ahead run. Price is a 1-10, 2 outs, 1-12. Christian 0. Here he comes, and the throw from Christian, and he's out. Oh, he's out at the plate. Oh, Bob Christian redeems himself after the error in the first on K-line single. Bob Christian. And the side is retired. 1 run, though, to tie up this ball game on 1 hit, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 2 left on. Ike Brown knocking home the tying run. So Lolich will get no decision. Peters, no, I'm sorry. Peters will get no decision. Wait a minute. Peters, that's Wood. Yeah, Peters, gets no decision, and so does Lolich. Wood allowed 1 hit. Oops, what am I fucking doing? God, Christ. We'll fix that. Oh, Lord. Sometimes your mind, you know what I'm saying? But there were, Peters ended up allowing 1 earned run. No decision for Lolich and Peters. Please ignore these on Wood, okay? Please ignore that. Here comes Tom Timmerman, top of the 9th. New pitcher. And thank you, Mr. Perota. It's Bob Christian, who threw out Price coming home. Top of the 9th now. Tie ball game. Okay, Timmerman is ready. Here's the pitch to Christian. 3-12. And he lines it to third, 1 down. Now Pavlicich. Danny Murphy, a right-hander, is warming up in the bullpen. Okay, Timmerman is ready. Here's the pitch to Pavlicich. That's 4-8. And he singles up the middle. His second hit of the ball game. So Pavlicich is on. There's going to be a hitter for Wilbur Wood. So Wilbur does pitch only 2/3, 1 hit. And Murphy will be the new pitcher. Danny Murphy. And there's going to be a hitter for Wood, of course. Murphy warming. He's a right-hander. And coming in to hit is Angel Bravo. Angel Bravo coming in to hit here in the top of the 8th. Okay, Bravo, a left-handed hitter against Timmerman. Ken Berry has come in to run for Pavlitic. Here in the 9th, he is a 1-15. Ken Berry, the new catcher will be Dwayne Josephson. I'm sorry, Ed Herman. Ed Herman. So it's Berry on first with 1 out. And Bravo at the plate. Timmerman is ready. Here's Timmerman now. The pitch to Bravo. 5-8. Grounds it to second. This could be 2. Matic a 3. 17-3. Reroll. 3-3. It's a base hit for Bravo. Berry goes to second and holds. So 2 good runners on base here for Walt Williams. Herman putting on his gear to catch Murphy in the bottom of the 9th. Go ahead run on second. Here's Timmerman from the stretch. The pitch to Williams. That's 5-8, and he grounds it to second. This is from Matic again. 7-3. Whoa, he turns the double play this time. And the side is retired. So the Tigers and Timmerman get out of it. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. And here we go. Danny Murphy on the mound. Herman, the new catcher. And it's the top of the order. Mickey Stanley. Murphy, the third pitcher for the White Sox. Who knew? 3-3 ball game. Okay, Murphy is ready. Here's the windup. The pitch is Stanley. 4-7, and that is a double to left for Stanley. A stand-up off Murphy. Stanley on second. And here's Tom Tresh. Switch hitter batting left. Fans are cheering. Tresh 0 for 3 with the walks. Murphy now from the stretch. 5-5. Base hit. The ball game is over. Stanley comes home. Oh my, what a ball game. A walk-off single by Tom Tresh off of Danny Murphy. And the final score, Tigers 4. White Sox 3. What a frickin' game. Lord. Let's look at that again. That's a 5-5. Wait a minute. I think the die. I moved the dice. It was a base hit. Actually, Tresh, it is 5-5. Now I moved it. Okay. That was a freaking base hit. Single 2 asteroids. What a game. What a thriller in Detroit. We'll wait for Mr. Perota. My nomination, if I may, for the star of the game is Tom Tresh, but it's you make the call, sir. The winning pitcher is Tom Zimmerman. He pitched 1 inning, 2 hits. He got into trouble, got out of it. The loser is Murphy. He pitched 0 innings, allowed infinite runs. Oh, Lord Almighty. What a ball game. Final line, Tigers 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Turns out those errors hurt the White Sox. 3 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors. We're waiting for Mr. Perota. He's going to give it to Tresh because nobody really stood out, and that's exactly my thinking. Tom Tresh, former Yankee. Great game, Mike. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Mr. Perota, Mr. Shooker, and of course, Kathy Harden. This was a great game. I'm going to put this one in the books a little bit later. Tigers now 15 1/2 behind the Orioles. White Sox fall 31 behind, and they're in danger now of okay, we'll see what happens with the Mets. I think, is it this evening? We will see. The White Sox now are 31 games behind the Twins, and the Seattle Pilots in 5th place, only 1/2 game behind the Chicago White Sox. Stay strong, everybody, and I'll catch you later this afternoon.